Okay, why don't we get started? Um, Mancy Moore is a recent graduate of the Master's Program in Data Science here at the University of the Pacific, and so it's a real pleasure um, to have her give a talk for our Hot Topic seminar, especially on this topic, which is super exciting and relevant right now. So I'm going to jump out of the way and let you take over.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor, for the introduction and for having me for this opportunity. All right. Hi, friends. My name is Mansi, and I'm actually part of you guys. Not very long ago, I was also like sitting where you are, listening to Professor Nahita and Professor Hedrick and attending Thursday Hot Topic seminar at the university, and also trying to understand all these new tech topics. So I get you, and I promise this workshop won't be boring at all. And because today I'm not just going to talk about AI theory or just AI fundamentals, I'm also going to help you understand how you can actually build with AI and also the few of the important things which you have heard about it but don't know exact meaning and use of that. So, yep, starting with giving a quick introduction about me. Hi again, I'm Mansi More. I am an AI developer, technical writer, speaker, and workshop facilitator here in the SF Bay Area. Most of my work focuses on like building practical AI agents, product demos using LLMs. And I started as a beginner not very long ago, just like you. So I know how confusing and overwhelming this space can feel at first. I totally get you all. So today my goal is to make things simple and understandable for you all. And also this will be an interactive session, so feel free to unmute and talk. And I'm gonna ask you guys questions in between. So yep, and do you have if you have any questions, we will solve those questions, talk about it at the end of the session, and I'll be happy to answer them. Yes, like I said, this is an interactive session. So let's just start with some questions. So my first question is, so, do you guys know what the year 2008 is known for?
Financial crisis.
That's right. Yes. 2008 was very known for a global financial crisis. The second question is, do you know which year the Transformers research paper was released? Come on. So eight
2000,
researchers, I'm sorry?
2008? 2008?
No. So the answer for this is 2017. Eight researchers from Google DeepMind, they released this transformer architecture, and from that time, people got to know about it more in detail, and they started. People introduced perplexity, and we got the glimpse of everything. So, yes, the reason behind why I'm talking about these years because every year is very well known for something unique. Like 2017 for research paper, attention is all you need. And there is no doubt that this year, this period from 2025 to 2030 will be also known for an AI era. And until now, many of us, like you, me, everybody was like confused and overwhelmed with like learning AI tools and learning AI, new AI models. And also, we are hearing one myth that AI will take your jobs. And like Jensen Hong mentioned, AI will not take your job. The people who know AI will. And this is exactly what today's workshop is about. Simple. Helping you understand AI so you, I, and everybody can actually know how to use it. And let's just start with the basics, with the term, like what generative AI is, what fine tuning means, rack the difference in between that, prompt designing, and the very important parameters, temperature, top T, top Q. I'm gonna go for some hands-on. So, yep, starting with the term generative AI. Oh, yeah, Hubby Lane is here. So, before jumping on to the workshop, I want you guys to scan this QR code and I put the workshop's whole sequence wise topics. So, if you want to cope with me and if you are if you feel that, okay, you missed something, you can go on this blog and see where we are exactly right now. And I am assuming that you have scanned the QR code. And let's just start with the term generative AI. So, Gen AI, which means generative AI, is a type of artificial intelligence that generates content for you. Content in terms of task and files. When I mention files, files means text, code, images, speech, and in kind of any file. Task, which means as per your requirement, like summarization of document or extracting information from anything, or maybe a generation of code. And yes, this is what nothing but AI, which you ask prompt to it and it just give you response. Okay, now you will tell me once you talk about behind the scenes. This is the front end of Gen AI, which we know. Like we give prompt to ChatGPT and Gemini or Perplexity, it just give you a response. Yes, we all know front end of Gen AI. Let's just get to know the back end of Gen AI. Let's get to know how does this AI generate new content. So Gen AI learns from a massive amount of data, massive in kind of any file, text or extracting information from the image or video, and that massive information and that learning process is nothing but training, and the training further results into the creation of foundation models, which is nothing but large models. And the models which we use right now, like Perplexity, Gemini, very well-known models. And those models are also, there is one more typical foundation model example is PaLM, which is Google's released language generation model. And then we have Cody for code generation, Imagen or Nano Banana Pro for image processing. And these foundation models will generate a response in a content to solve general problems of ours, which we know. And now all this information, the trained model, they have information which are outdated. And the task here is to give the updated information, updated knowledge to these foundation models. So we train these foundation models with new information, with new data sets, and we generate fine-tuned models. So that is nothing but fountain models, which also solve a specific problem. And when I say specific problem, I actually meant, let's say, start searching of livestock market data, or maybe healthcare information, or financial things, or any live data. So till now we saw this was a massive information. We trained data, we did fine tuning, and then we generate the responses through these fine tuning models to solve the specific problems. And this again, this is just a part of the fine tuning. There are a lot of matrix multiplications happen in the background where we calculate the weights, we update the weights and biases. If you have heard about deep learning or neural networks, and even and Professor Anahita will come up with the very good structure of neural network and all the statistics. So I'll let this topic handled by her. I'm gonna just explain about the fine tuning, which is also a very well-known topic. So we have large data set, external data set. We already have pre-trained LLM, and we again train that model with the large data set, like updated information. And this offline training happens when we give knowledge to the AI with the updated one. And then this update the model weights, and here we get the fine-tuned LLM model, where user will give the prompt and get the answer. And this all happen before the execution of task. So when user gives query, they don't have to wait for anything. It will just get the updated information. And on the other hand, there is a RAG concept. I really want to highlight this concept because people are not aware about fine tuning and RAG concept. we just got to know about the fine tuning, which is actually retrain the model with new data. And now RAG. Let me give you the full form of RAG first. RAG is Retrieval Augmented Generation. And this here is model is not retrained. So instead, we connect this to the external knowledge like documents, database, or anything. So the model first retrieves the information and then generate the answer. So when we retrieve the all information, the user's query plus retrieve relevant information goes to LLM, and then LLM generates its proper responses. By the way, why we are using LLM here? Because to generate content in organized way. Because LLM, all these models don't understand text. So we have to convert text into the numerical format. And that numerical format, again, we have many databases available, but those databases cannot are not capable to store these big amount of numerical information. So that's when we use vector database. It's again a very deep concept where if you have heard about vector embeddings, we convert the text into embeddings and we store embeddings into vector database. But for now, the explanation whole scenario of RAG is user ask a query, it retrieve the relevant information according to that query, and the query plus retrieve information goes to LLM and generates the response. Until now, there are like two concepts which are clear what exactly how it works and how RAG and fine tuning is different. So RAG is nothing but adds knowledge, external knowledge, and fine tuning with train model to change its behavior. And people in most real world projects or maybe most companies, they prefer RAG because it's cheaper and faster because fine tuning an LLM is such a big and expensive task and our normal computers, they don't support these kind of process. So again, the a lot of things happens in the background. So for to consume, it is also time consuming. So to utilize that time and make it cheaper and faster, people prefer RAG process. So till now, at least we understood, at least if interviewer asks a question that about RAG and fine tuning, at least we know that these concepts are not seen. Okay, now we move to the prompting. So let me give you a brief and one-line explanation. Prompting is basically how you communicate with AI. That's it. Better instruction, if you give better instructions, we will get better results. And most of the times we say that, hey, my ChatGPT is not working good, my ChatGPT is like sucks, and it's not giving good answers. But it's actually not the AI model. It's our prompt. It's the way how we give prompt. So I will show you three main types. First is zero shot inference, where you just give a task in one line. You usually use this for simple tasks, like very simple tasks to get answer. The second is one shot inference, where you give one example, useful example to AI just to understand what exactly prompt or what exactly response you want from AI. The third is few short inference, where you give few examples of your generated response. Let's say you have healthcare and you need a lot of information, but in different way. So you will give example to AI by showing AI that, hey, I need example in this way and just give me response. This is a bit confusing, right? Let me give you a hands-on information on this. So this is the Google console. You have to type Google Cloud Console. If you click on Google Cloud Console, you'll be landing on this web page. Just to give you guys a quick heads up, this was the blog and the QR code which I showed you. This is the blog where we are going sequence wise right now. And I will show you guys the prompt engineering, how it works on with AI using LLMs. So if you feel like you also want to do hands-on with me, you feel free to go here and take a reference of this prompt, and you can generate prompt as per your requirement. So coming back to the Google Cloud Console, in the left navigation, if you can see the menu, go to Vertex AI and Vertex AI Studio. Let me give you a brief about Vertex AI Studio. It's a platform, no-code, low-code platform from Google, which help you to develop, test, and deploy multimedia AI. And multimedia AI, which means, let's say it is written right over here. Gemini 3.1 Pro, by the way, Gemini 3.0 Pro is just released today. And before that, Gemini DeepThink, they released this week on 12th of February, which is really good for advanced reasoning. Yeah. Anyways, these are the Gemini series, and you should be aware of all the AI models, latest updated AI models. And right now we are talking about the model. Here you have opportunity to try all the models, including third-party models like Claude and ChatGPT. Second is VO, where you can generate your videos as per your requirement using just one prompt using VO, or this is the latest model, VO 3.1. Next is image generation, where they have given the Nano Banana Pro option for now. You will get a chance to select the model choices of your models. The last one is build an app. This is what we're going to learn today at the end of the workshop. And we're going to create a website, and I'm going to show you how to create agents and how to integrate those agents in your real world projects or maybe on your, let's say, hackathon project. And yeah, I was talking about prompt engineering. So let me show you by going here, left side, click new, click chat. Okay, this is where we will be testing our AI. Let's say, let's give the name test prompt testing. Sure. So in model settings, you do have options to select model as per your choices. These are the Gemini's latest model. You can see list of other models, including third party like Anthropic, DeepSeek, Meta's very well known open source model Llama. And for now, we're gonna select any of the models here. I'm not gonna select Gemini 3.1 Pro because it might cost you. So you also better not choose that model. Okay, thinking budget is for now. I'm gonna explain you guys about the prompt, and later we'll discuss about these model parameters. Okay, this is set, and let me ask my model. Hey, give me catchy slogan for lemonade brand. Let's see what it replies. And all this information, if you want to cope up with me, you can see it in this blog. You can follow sequence C and just let me know where you are, or you want me to slow down a little bit. All right, our AI, which was Gemini 2.5 Pro, the the LLM model is structuring the output and will give you the catchy slogan for a lemonade brand. Perfect. Oh my God. This is a list of slogans which we got. We already are confused and want to know which slogan you need to use for our brand. And now AI is confusing us more. Now, I just want to be very specific. Like, let's say I want a very small slogan with emoji. So what I can do is I'm going to give example to AI. Let's say, but what was the type of that prompt designing? That was one shot inference, where we are giving one example to AI just to get the specific answer as per your requirement. So I told AI that, hey, give, let's say this is an example. I want very short slogan with emoji at the end, and let's see what it is replying. You can also make changes to model according to this. And okay, here we go. Now, can you see the difference? This reply was in every way, like it gave you short and punchy, focused, natural ingredients, playful, feeling or lifestyle. Here it gave uh, as per your requirement with the end of emoji. And there are like very few, but now I also want to have very specific. I don't want to like just go and scroll down and then select in between this. I don't want to get confused. So now I want to show my AI in a playful way. I want my responses. So I gave few more shots, which means I gave few more examples by explaining the slogan. And where I explain, hey, of course, it should be end with the exclamatory mark. It should have more cheerful emojis. And let's see now your AI is responding to it. And we're going to see the difference in between three these prompts and how it is the same prompt. It just we are giving example and how it is giving you responses. There we go. So can you see the difference here? So everything is in playful way and with the same. Okay, here we go. So my prompt example was quiz the day, lemon it's so good it sings, and it uses the casual English. So every time it just AI understood that you don't want your slogan in a formal and very, very heavy word English. In very heavy word English, it just will give you in playful and plain English. So this is what we got by giving examples to AI. And oh, excuse me. So this was about prompt designing, and these are only three basic types of prompt designing. There is a complete architecture. If you go on Google and if you type prompt designing architecture, you will see a very big architecture where it is explaining. Zero one shot is just a part of one type, but there is again chain of thought, and there are sequential prompt types, which if you follow for the big companies or big AI startups, they follow these prompt designings just to get the required template. All right, and again, if you guys want to try this prompt engineering and these parameters, I have written step-by-step guide how you can try AI getting generated responses and what are the prompt types you can use here. There are in detail explanation where you have to, if you open this, you have to enter the system instructions as well. So here we are training our AI that, hey, this should be my answer and this is how you need to give me response. Just like ChatGPT, even in ChatGPT in left side panel, we just create ChatGPT as per our requirement. Let's say I write blog, so I am making a write blog agent or ChatGPT for me. So I give instructions that my blog should be in maybe in simple English or using emojis, using casual English. My agent, every time if I ask question or come up with the query, it will give me exactly in that way. So this is nothing but the prompt and system instructions and how it makes difference. I have explained everything here in this article. Feel free to scan this QR code and you can get access for that blog. I will wait for 22 seconds. All right, I'm assuming that you guys scanned this QR code. Now we need to move to something really interesting. Model parameters. If you've noticed, okay, this is coming in between, so let me just move it here. There you go. So if you've noticed, when I was scrolling this down, there are few parameters which I adjusted. So those are nothing but model parameters of AI. And these basically nothing but control, these parameters control how your AI is behaving. And there are few of the types in this, but the main model parameters are temperature, top P, and top key. So just to give a brief and very simple explanation about it is temperature controls the creativity of your AI response. If you set it to low temperature, it will give you very predictable answer. Like even this is an example of a very common English sentence. The cat sat on the dash dash dash. The predictable and very common example, the response is mat. cat sat on the mat, low temperature. If you set it on low temperature, you will get predicted answer. Now, if you set it to high temperature, you will get more creative answers. Like, let's say cat sat on the moonlit balcony or maybe on the cupboard. So now you understood how you can make AI's responses more creative way, just to, you know, scrolling right and left your temperature, or moving it to, let's say there's a range 0 to 2. So if you set it to low, people usually use low temperature just for coding because they want accurate answers. If you are into designing stuff or you're making any project, you have to set it to high just to get a creative answers. Another thing is top K and top P, where top P is nothing but probability threshold, which controls how much probability range the model should consider. So AI and these models always have these list of words, like let's say cat, sat, mat, chair, porch, windshield, and according to these words or the sequence of these words, AI respond. So if you set p equals to zero point 0.8, it will fetch the 80% of the words and will give you answer according to them and will ignore the rest of the words. And now top key. So top key controls how many token options the model chooses. So let's say you set 3. So AI, your model will only fetch the top 3 words to give response every time. So even if you set high temperature to, temperature to high, it will give you responses in a creative way. But if K equals to 3, it will give you only first top K answers. So this is the Google Cloud Console with Vertex AI Studio. Feel free to try it by yourself. Arrange this temperature and the top key parameters and giving us system instructions and see how exactly even your GPT and ChatGPT works behind the scenes. And yep, this was till now. We learn about the workflow of Gen AI, what exactly RAG and fine tuning is, the difference in between them. They are not same. We learn about prompt and how it is making difference. If we give just one example to AI, then we came to model parameters and we saw what these parameters are. And this temperature topic, this is just a low code platform where we are doing it or we are setting this configurations manually. But there are few of the times where you have to write a code. Let's say, okay, this is a code for we just asked questions to this bot. So this is the fixed template for writing any AI model. So where you have to explain about all the you have to set a temperature, model P and model K, and at that time, having knowledge of these parameters is really important. And I'm gonna show you guys quickly how exactly this model or this AI, help you to make an application or making an AI agent within few minutes and how to use it exactly where you don't, if you have a massive project and you want to focus on that project instead of making an AI agent. So there are ways where you can manually make these AI agents, generate a code, and you can get that code into your project to run your project smoothly. So we're going to talk about the Vertex AI Studio again because we are going to do hands-on and create an app here. And like I mentioned, this is where you can make use of all these multimedia and you can create a project. So let's click on build an app. And if you see this homepage, you can see there is an option for you to build something using prompt. So there are three options: website chatbots, safety test generator, schema builder. Let's say you want to create a website chatbot for a finance website where which is giving you 24 into 7 global support for all the customers. And you need that bot, but before that, you want to focus on the data information, whether that is correct or not. So you need to focus and give time to that thing on your website rather than this bot. So this, let's take any low code platform where you are given responsibility to make a chatbot. So here right now, this platform is making a chatbot for your finance investor advisor, investment advisor chatbot for you for your website, finance website. And it is, if you have heard about Lovable, it is a very good website for the creating a web platform where you see in the left side, it is generating a code and doing a conversation how your platform should be. And in the right side, you will see your platform or website. So if you see here in the right side, let me zoom in a little bit. Yep. So if you see, it gave you answers and all the, it creates a website, and now we can see this is our chatbot. And if you ask question to this chatbot, it will generate a response. But here is the thing. It just create a UI for you and chatbot for you. You have to give information on everything, all the information, knowledge base to your chatbot. So you can go here, add instructions like, hey, I want my chatbot to respond very politely to people. Or let's say, whenever you are replying, just start with greeting people or just give it in a short way. So there are few things which are very valuable while creating a chatbot or AI agent. First is prompt injection, where we see whether there are malicious outputs or malicious inputs or not, because there are many smart hackers in this world who hack ChatGPT, manipulate ChatGPT, and gets all the information from the company. And if your chatbot is not good enough or not smart enough to know which is malicious input, it will give all the information of the company. And even in December 2023, this scene happened when Sherlock Company's chatbot, it just sold $70,000 dollars car for $1. It just made a deal. And it was really popular scene. If you search on Google, you will see the chatbot, selling car for like $1. And these things happen when you don't take care of your AI. So giving instructions, taking care of your models, which whether the model is good at reasoning, thinking, or maybe just solving a complex problem in coding. And the link resources. Here, link resources, which means giving information, external information in the term of files, PDF, documents, spreadsheets. So basically, you're giving information of your company to your bot. And now your bot is ready. You're on the other hand, and your laptop, your website is ready. Now you want to update or deploy this chatbot on your company's website, but the website's code is in our laptop. So you can, there is an option to go to code, and now there is also a way you can install this code by saving it into the GCP, and you can just use GCP, or else you can share it from here. And you can see all, if you're a front-end developer, you can see all the front-end technology it has used to create the chatbot. And if you want to preview again, you can preview here. And there is one more thing I want to mention here, was creating an AI agent's assistant. Here we create chatbot for the website, and we also see how to use the code to deploy it on our website. So again, in left-hand navigation on Google Cloud Platform, if you see Vertex AI, there is one more agent builder criteria. If you click on agent designer, you will land up on this page. This is nothing but you are creating agents and sub-agents for your task. Let's say you click on create agent, and if you can see, there is one my agent, which is your first main agent. You have to give description to this agent. You can select model as per your requirement. And if you want to give any link here, you can give. Otherwise, Google search is fine, which is by default. Next, if you click on plus, it will add a sub agent, and again, it will do that task. according to accordingly. Second is this sub-agent. If you click on one more, you will be see adding one more agent here. I also have created example and also mentioned that example here in this blog. If you scroll down a little bit, I have mentioned about this information about the agent. Let's say you went to hackathon and you are creating a project for your hackathon, and now obviously do you have deadline like you have to submit it before 5 or before 4, and now you don't have time because your team is busy in making AI platform which is good enough to showcase in the demo, and now you have to create a maybe a GitHub repo or YouTube video or Medium blog just to send it to the GitHub or Hackathon people. So this is the project or the idea which I came up with. Let's say you have an open claw project and you are done with all the instructions, but now the deadline is near and you have to also have the GitHub repo for this one. So this is where I created a main agent where I asked my agent that, hey, you're my assistant, which will analyze my project and prepare the structured information for my content creation. That's it. And I asked it to give the all the related and important information. Same for LinkedIn, it will create the professional LinkedIn content uh, post. Again, same for Medium blog. And in GitHub, I give a little more information because I want my GitHub README file a little bit technical. And this is how I made this agent with 4 sub-agents. And if you want to preview it, there is one option to preview. And I'm asking my agent now. Without coding, by just drag and drop, we generate this agent with 4 sub-agents. Now I'm talking to this agent. Hi. So I this information, by the way, I give it the system instruction how this chatbot should greet and should respond. And the question I will ask this agent will be user prompt, this one. Basically, we have to give our project name and project information, and we have to tell what exactly the goal is. So now we are feeding every time once we come here, we have to give the information of our project, and it will give us a response. Let's say create a GitHub technical readme.md file for me. And let's see the response. So till now, the scenario is our project is ready. We are waiting for to submit it for our hackathon project. And now only GitHub, LinkedIn, and social media things and content creation was remaining. And this we did in few minutes just by giving prompt. And yeah, we have our features, overview, architecture, installation steps, and instructions, whichever are important and necessary for our GitHub README, that it is ready and we can just put it over README file. You also, if you want to modify this and get a proper and technical responses, you can add it over here. And again, for this agent, if you want this agent on your, let's say GitHub, you have a massive AI startup and you are building new updates and building new AI things every week, and you need this in your system. You don't want it on any other platform, and so that you can just go and search it over. So if you want this code in your GitHub, there are few steps, instructions for you to follow. And if you're into coding, if you don't want to spend your time on low-code platforms, just we can go through these code and type exactly as it is, and also modify as per requirement. If you can see it, just start with the model which it wants, the name of our main agent, and it started with the first sub-agent LinkedIn, second sub-agent which was Medium, third sub-agent which is GitHub, and many more. You can add more, Twitter and YouTube. And if you follow these steps and 80K, like there is a quick start for this code, and just to just a follow-up or step-by-step guide for you how to install this in your system and how to get this agent in your system. If you follow this step by step, you will get the exact agent on your website, on your company's project. This was it about the creating agent within few steps and focusing more on your code and focusing your time on improving your agent rather than just running out of errors and oh my god, your agent is not giving proper response just because we didn't give the proper instructions, just because we didn't give the proper knowledge base. And now starting with giving knowledge base and figuring out where exactly it went wrong, instead of focusing on those things, let's just focus on making your AI agent more knowledgeable and accurate enough to deploy it on your website. So I just want to give a summary till now. Okay, I need to go back. And there we go. Till now, we learn about the workflow, what exactly happens behind the scene. Again, that was just a part. Fine tuning is just a piece of training or tuning models. There is a lot of maths and matrix multiplication happening behind the scenes. And if you really want to know what exactly neural networks and what are the nodes and edges, what are the weights of those the neurons or nodes, I will again write a blog or make a video for you guys to explain in detail what exactly it is. For now, RAG fine-tuning, which was important concepts in today's AI era, and you should be aware about those things. Prompt designing, which is a very small thing, but it impact a lot in your project or in your responses. Model parameters, which you don't use it in daily basis, but again, if you're giving an interview as an AI engineer, these are the concepts which you should be aware of. Otherwise, they will question your experience on AI. And last, we built an AI agent with sub agents. We built a website chatbot on that website, and we also see how we can use those codes or those agents and deploy it on our website or our company's project. And this is it for now. And would love to know what you guys are thinking about this one. And feel free to ask questions if you have any.
Great talk, Nancy. Really nice.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to ask if anyone has any questions before I ask and give comments. So, any students or followers have any questions?
I have a quick question. Did you have to have some credit with Google for doing this?
So right now, the one which we used, you can just go on Google Cloud Console and see through those options. If you don't have any, which means your free trial is end, because Google Cloud give you free trial for 30 days for first 30 days, and you can.
Got it. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just following along, trying to keep up as you were demoing, and what I saw. So yeah, they give you free 90 days. Is that correct? And then $300.
Yes.
So that's a nice platform to play around with.
Yeah, and there is one more thing. Even this free trial ends, the Vertex AI Studio, Vertex AI's credits are there for 1 year. So you can use them on free of cost. You don't have to pay anything for that. And it is just a one low-code platform. There are many platforms available, so you can make use of them.
Yeah, someone in chat asked if we were going to have access to this. So, Nancy, I did record this. Can I put this up on Canvas for our students?
Sure, definitely. And the QR code and the blog, which I showed you guys, that will also will be sharing with Professor Hedrick, and feel free to put it on the canvas.
Fantastic. Thank you. It's really interesting to see, how you were saying how much prompt engineering affects the performance of your models and your agents. In fact, so I've been reading this wonderful book and I'm just at the chapter on prompt engineering. I was talking with my undergraduate class just today about, picking your persona, clearly defining your task, giving it examples of the output you expect, and so forth, and how that really enhances the performance of your models. So right on target.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm really so happy you talked about this today. It really was very timely.
Yeah, these books are really important and helpful because even in the if you guys are in San Francisco Bay Area, there are events happening every week. There are like more than 20 to 30 events every week, tech events, AI tech events, where you can just see AI startups. Just go meet them, talk to co-founder, CEO. They're just happy to explain the questions you have, and books like this are available free of cost and. This AI tech events, principle of AI agents. There is one book I really want to recommend is this principle of building AI agents. It's a really small book, but it gives you a lot of information, basic information about AI agents. This is the second edition, and it is from one of the AI startup Mastra. If you see on calendar, there is an event on behalf of Mastra. Don't just go to that event just for this book. They are just selling this book or giving this book for free of cost. So just for this book, I would recommend you to attend that event.
Great. Well, lots of good information. Fantastic demo. I'm excited to get on Google platform and try them. I've actually been looking at different platforms to explore, so this is really helpful to get us started there. And also, congratulations to you. I'm so excited to see how your career is developing, and you're so active and really becoming, a leader in this area. So it's so exciting to see. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's coming from all the professors, and just the energy came from you guys. So thank you so much for encouraging us to do this.
Well, it's our pleasure. Hopefully, we'll have you back for another session like this as you have more things to tell us and the next level and so forth. So thank you so much for taking the time today. Any final words from anyone? See, congratulations. Clapping is going on. So, yeah, great. Send some more. Yep, you're getting lots of good emojis. So awesome. Thanks again. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Mansi. Best of luck with everything. This is great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll stay in touch, and maybe we can follow up in San Francisco. But over the next months, I'll be in touch again. Thank you again so much.
Definitely. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.